I've been trying to have grace with iDubbbz. I understand how painful it is to see the incredible fall from grace that this man has had. The reality is, I think this guy changed a lot of things about his worldview, and the audience that he built was not ready for that. It's a tough situation to be in, but I don't blame someone for changing their perspective on the world and putting that into action. That being said, a lot of the pushback and the ridicule he's getting, he does bring on himself. Things like demonizing your own fan base.
There were quite a few human beings that I interacted with.
In person?
Yeah, in person, that just sucked. They just sucked because I attracted a lot of people who suck.
iDubbbz has said recently that he is afraid he doesn't know how to be funny without being edgy.
I am very insecure about my ability to create interesting content or like entertain. It's gotten better over the years, but it's something that I have struggled with constantly. And it's one of the reasons why I, kept making this hurtful content. I ended up pivoting it into other things because I felt bad about it, like innately. I'm not confident in my ability to entertain, and I think if I had to rely on my personality to entertain people, that I wouldn't have any amount of success, and that is really hard to come to terms with.
The thing is, he was never just funny because he was edgy. He was funny because he was edgy and substantive at the same time. So it's curious to me that in the era where iDubbbz is no longer edgy, it seems he has lost the ability to be substantive also, and I don't know why that is. But I've been hearing some rumblings that what's going on his YouTube channel right now is not exactly the cream of the crop. I haven't really looked into it, but I want to just touch in and see what the state of affairs is over there.
Today I'm going to be harshly judging and categorizing children's playground equipment using a political compass. So for instance, you have the talking tubes. That's a liberal piece of playground equipment. And then you got the jungle gym. The jungle gym, that's obviously libertarian. You have the freedom to climb to the top of it, but also the freedom to fracture your skull. And then you got the happy little animals that go back and forth on springs. Those are fascism.
How is that? How are those springy things fascist? Was there a joke in there? There's nothing about these elements that align them with the political orientation map. You gave 3 examples. 2 of them you didn't explain at all. 1 of them you attempted to make a joke, but it doesn't it just doesn't really play. It doesn't really play. It was a very broad idea initially. Let me take something lighthearted and make it political. On paper, that's a good formula for something funny, but it just there's no substance at all. It didn't pan out, and you didn't put any thought into it.
Something like the bongos? That's just disgusting hard plastic that sounds like, man, I love these bongos. I love music, yes I do. This is really cool. I love bongos, I love bongos.
Yeah, so this is another complaint I've been hearing a little bit. Yappy McYapper over here. Maybe this is like hashtag relatable humor to some boomers who have used this playground equipment before. I don't know, I haven't. I'm gonna have to speed this up. This is excruciating.
I like climbing though, that's where I'm at. Okay, this is just like a generic tube or tunnel. They design playground equipment these days so that parents who are watching their kids can kind of generally see where their kid is at all times. This tube or tunnel is like the only area that you have on a modern piece of playground equipment where you can actually get privacy. Why does a kid need privacy? I don't know, it just feels good. It feels different. If it's raining, it's like this will protect you from the rain. If you're playing hide and go seek, all of a sudden this shit actually means something. You can't even play a game of hide and go seek in a modern playground because you can see through everything. Tunnel's awesome. I won't say it's the safest, but it's definitely on this side of fun. Next up, we have this weird balancing type of playground equipment where you're meant to just cross these little lily pads. This seems extremely boring, and it doesn't feel like it has a lot of utility to it. Maybe there is actually a really good use, but I'm not looking at it creatively enough. The merry-go-round. This is a classic piece of equipment, and it is notoriously dangerous.
This is almost like Sniper Wolf level of commentary. Like, he's at least making something original, but it's just like, Okay, here's something not particularly interesting. Let me just yap about it for 2 minutes.
In today's video, I would like to honor and contribute to American culture, and I would like to do a little remix on one of the classic American snack recipes, ants on a log. I'm gonna say cheesy is gonna be 5 out of 10. Next up, let's do the classic peanut butter. I love mixing up oily peanut butter so that it gets everywhere. I love this. It's my favorite part about owning peanut butter. If 4 more years of Biden means 4 more years of churning my own peanut butter, I'm all for it.
What?
Okay. Yeah, peanut butter bok choy is a winner.
What was that? If 4 more years of Biden means 4 more years of churning my own peanut butter, I'm all for it. If 4 more years of Biden means 4 more years of churning my own peanut butter, I'm all for it. If 4 more years of Biden means 4 more years of churning my own peanut... I'm trying to... Does that mean a thing? Does that mean a thing? I'm wondering if he got possessed or an alien took his body or something. Because this is not the man I once knew. What the... 4 more years of Biden means... He's just saying things that sound like jokes. He's just putting words together in a joke format. That's about enough of that. No ill will. I want to see this guy succeed. I really did like some of those documentary style videos he was doing a little while back. Some of those I actually really, really enjoyed. But it really just seems like ever since the Sam Hyde documentary that he just met his match and he's been in a death spiral ever since. But, you never know. Maybe he'll swing back.